Good afternoon, children. Have a nice day. Welcome to Standard 7 Science Online class. I hope all are safe and fine at home by the grace of God. Children, today we are going to learn the same unit, Unit 5, Reproduction and Modification in Plants. So today we are going to learn the important topic, types of flowers. Yes, types of flowers. Flowers can be divided into two types. So, what are the two types, children? One is complete flower, another one is incomplete flower. Now, let's see the complete flower, okay? So, here, complete flower have the four folds. That is calyx, corolla, okay? See here, calyx, corolla, stamen and pistil are present. That is called what? Complete flower. So the complete flower is called bisexual flower. Okay, complete flower is known as bisexual flowers. And if any of this four folds is missing, any one is missing, that is called incomplete flower. So four folds is present, that is called complete flower. Okay, that is called bisexual flower. So if the four folds is missing, then it is called what? Incomplete flower. So here incomplete flower is known as unisexual flower. Unisexual flower. Okay, this is called unisexual flower. There are two types of unisexual flower, children. One is male flower, another one is female flower. This is clear to you? Yes. So one with androecium. Androecium means male reproductive part of a flower, and without gynoecium is called male flower. And one with gynoecium and without androecium, okay, male is missing and female is present, that is called female flower. This is called the unisexual flower. Clear, children? Now let's see the diagram. See the bisexual flower, children. Yeah, see here, the ovaries are present, stigma and styles they are also present, and petals also present, anther also present, sepals, pedicles also present. This is the bisexual flower. Bisexual flower means what? Complete flower. Bisexual means what? Complete flower. And see this diagram, children, unisexual flower. Here unisexual means what? Incomplete flower. This is called it as incomplete flower. Here the four folds is missing. Okay, so anther is missing. You see here, yeah, anther is missing, and some stigma is also, stigma is present, and something they are present. Okay, oval is this missing. That is called unisexual flower. This is clear to you, children? Yes. And you see the tabulation, children. This is a small activity, children. Name of the flower is given. This is a complete or incomplete flower, or unisexual or bisexual flower. You just try to ready to this one. Okay, and see here, children, sunflower. How many of you see the sunflower, children? Yeah, sunflower is not a single flower. Okay, this is a group of flowers clustered together. Okay, you see the sunflower, children? Yeah, group of flower arranged together is called inflorescence. Okay, so that means tridax procumens looks like a single flower, but it is a inflorescence. The leaf juice of this plant is used to cure the wounds and cuts also. That's very important, children. Okay, now let's see the fruits and flowers to fruits, how they are formed. Children, how many of you like fruits? Yeah, I think many of you like fruits, children. Yeah, so how to develop the flower to fruits, children? Yeah, let us perform the experiment with the pumpkin plant. You know the pumpkin? Yeah. So we know the earlier explorations of the flowers of pumpkin flower, and that is called unisexual. Some of the flowers are male while many are female. Some are, okay, children, some are male and some are female. See the diagram, children, pumpkin diagram. See the first diagram. This is called female. See the second diagram, that is called male. Okay. Here choose 3 to 4 male flowers. Okay. You have to collect the male flower. And plug the stem of this flowers and dust the pollen grains in sheet of the papers and collect it. Okay. And this is a small exploration, children. And you see the same manner, have to collect the soft paintbrush. Okay. You take a soft paintbrush and again you have to take care not damage the stigma. That's very important. After a few days we can see the flower in all bags. We are not open because you have to cut the pollen grains. That's a major thing. You know, children, what is pollination? Yeah, the process by which pollen grains reach stigma is called pollination. This is clear to you, children? Yes. Now let's see the two types of pollination. So what are the two types, children? Yeah. So here artificial pollination. Okay. And another one is natural pollination. Natural pollination. So there are two different pollination. One is natural. Another one is what? Artificial pollination. This is clear to you, children? Yes. Now let's see the natural pollination. Okay. Here the natural pollination means in some plants like grasses. Okay, you see the grass, children? Yeah, pollen grains are light. Stamens shed pollen grains. They are carried by the other flowers. And you see the insects, birds. Yeah, they are agent of pollination. You see the bees, butterflies and variety of birds hover around the flowers. That's very helpful. They carry the pollen grains from one flowers to the another flower. That is called the cross pollination. That is called it as cross pollination. Cross pollination is nothing but the pollen grains and their stigma also, they mixing one flower to the another flower. That is the main reason, children. And here the self pollination. What is self pollination, children? Here the flower and you take one flower or pollen grains. They could take a same type of flowers. They are both the male and female part with a single flower. Okay, that is called bisexual flower. They are pollinated by this means, that is called self pollination. Okay. And you see beans, tomatoes, okay, are commonly self pollination. And here, even though the example of tomato, they also self pollination. They helps to insects to create vibrations within the flower, effectively loosen to the pollen grains. You see the paddy, children? Yeah, it's mostly self pollinating using the just gentle wind and the pollinating agents. Okay, and see here the differentiation between the self pollination and cross pollination. And see here, children, self pollination. Here the pollen grains are transferred from anther to the stigma, okay, of the same flower or to the another flower of the same plant. That is called self-pollination. Cross-pollination, pollen grains are transferred from the another of one flower, okay, another of one flower to the stigma of another flower of the same kind or different plant. Okay, that is called cross-pollination. And the second point of self-pollination, plants do not need to produce pollen grains in a large quantity for self-pollination. Here the cross-pollination, plants need to produce pollen grains in large quantities to increase the chance of pollination. Okay, that is the main difference for the self and cross-pollination. And the last important point, it does not produce changes in the characteristics of new plants. Okay, and here the cross-pollination does not introduce variations in characteristics of new plants. Children, you see the cross-pollination plants? Yeah, you see the new varieties, children? Yeah, that is the best example of cross-pollination. That is the best example of cross-pollination. This is clear to you, children? Yes. Okay, children, next topic, fertilization. Okay, what is fertilization, children? Yeah, is a male gamete fuses with a female gamete to form zygote. Okay, this process is known as fertilization. Here, through the pollination, pollen grains reaches to the stigma. What happens to the after of these things, children? Their substance produce the stigma, causes the pollen grains to the germination. Okay, and during this germinations, the tube develops from the pollen grains. Okay, that is male gametes that ultimately reaches female gametes inside the ovary through the style. See the life cycle of a plant children. Seed portion. See the seed portion children. Yeah, seed germinates to produce plant. Here they are taking flower. Mature plant produce their flower. And stem also they are develop. Okay. And see here children anther. See the yellow color circle. Pollen grains containing the sperm nuclei. And here the pollination takes place in the flower. The pollen grains reaches to the stigma. Okay. And see the parts of your flower children style ovary. See the egg portion children, that is called oval. Okay. See the egg portion. See the egg portion children, this is called what? Oval. Okay. See the tubes children. See this is the tubes. And here the pollen reaches to the stigma. Okay, clear children? Yeah, this is the and fertilized egg becomes embryo of seeds. Embryo of seeds. This is clear to you children. This is the life cycle of your plant. Clear children? Yes. Okay children, see this diagram children? Yeah. So this is the one of the plant children flower. Okay, flower portion. And see the first picture children, longitudinal section of the ovary. You have to cut the portions. Okay. And see the next picture children, transverse section of the ovaries. They are cutting the transverse section. Okay. And here oval ovaries and pedicles are the same. Okay. And here they cut the ovary of a flower both vertically and horizontally. Observe the oval still. Oval is called it as seed portion. Okay, seed portion. You see, they compare the ovaries and ovals from the few different flowers. See here, children, you have to collect some fruits, tomatoes, brinjal, lady's finger, mangoes, peas, and custard or apple. You have to observe the ovals and ovary. Okay, you can see some green part above the brinjal and lady's finger. What are they children? You have to some ideas children. Yeah, so you have to compare the mangoes and custard apple and peas. So all these are single fruits, but custard apple has many small parts in it. Okay, each with a seed portions. See the mango children has a single seed, only a single seed. Pea has many seeds children, pea. So what do you understand from the above observation children? See the first point, a green part above fruits of brinjal. You see the brinjal children? Yeah, and you see the lady's finger children? Yes, or sepals of a flower. In some after fertilizations, their over sepals will not fall from the fruits and remain or poses with fruits. Okay. And see the next point children. Custard apple. It is made up of many fruits children aggregated together to form a apple. Okay. Each fruit part in then thin and membranous with some granule like which is edible portion. Okay. That is called it as edible. And you see the third point children, mango. You take a mango, outer skin and middle pulpy or edible and sweet. The innermost is within single seed. Okay, pea. And fruit is not a fleshy children here, but forms a covering pouch of many seeds here. In all the fruits, ovary, lowermost swollen part of the pistils developed into a fleshy fruits. And you see the oval cylinder, that is called it a seed portion, present inside the ovary gets transformed into a seed portion. Hence, their observations, you see the observations now. Shall we list out the changes in the place of your flowers after the fertilizations takes place? These are collectively set to the post-fertilization changes. And first point, calyx sometimes persists with fruits. Second one, petals wither, fall off. Androecium falls off. Androecium means male reproductive part of the flower. And fourth point, pistil remains and develop into your fruits. And next one, style and stigma also falls off. And the next one, ovaries enlarges, okay, to store the food materials and develop into your fruits. And the last point, ovals present inside the ovary, okay, and developed into a seed portion. See the, do you know children, the world largest and the heaviest seed in the double coconut. Okay, the seeds looks like two coconut fused together. Okay, it is only grows in two islands of the Seychelles. A single seed may be 12 inches long, nearly 3 feet in circumference, and weighs about 18 kilogram. Okay, this is the very biggest seed, children. And orchids have a smallest seed in the plant kingdom. Okay, orchid. 35 million seeds may weight only about 25 gram. This is clear, children. Okay, sexual reproduction over. Okay, children, today's class is over, children. Okay, I'll give you the remaining question answers, children. Okay, answer briefly, I'll give you. So again, write follow in your finger gap method, children. Write the same note. Write neatly, children. Complete your assignment. Learn the given question answers. That's very important. Complete your assignment, children. Thank you.